Hey there, quirky peeps. Today we're going to talk about the big bad villain of the Eternals. To everyone's surprise, Ikaris turned out to be the bad guy, while the Deviants only played the minor villain card. I had actually predicted this twist months ago, so I'd say that it was indeed predictable if you had watched the trailers carefully. But still, Ikaris was supposed to be the big leader of this team. People have presumed that he would be the heart and soul of this movie, since he is the main Eternal even in the comics. And with Superman-like powers that he got, it's easy to presume that he would have been the one to save the day. But Chloe Zhao totally flipped the script. I'm sure that a big part of her initial pitch to Kevin Feige would have had Ikaris as the main villain. I mean, think about it. Making an all-powerful Celestial the big bad of the first movie would have been way too soon. And keeping just the Deviants as the villain would have been quite easy, predictable, and even redundant. So, Ikaris was actually a great choice. Even though the MCU had nerfed all the Eternals to fit the story, Ikaris was a big challenge for the rest of the team. Him being the one to betray his family actually worked well as a twist in my opinion. Because, as I've stated, people were expecting him to be the hero.
Isn't it?
And someone as powerful as him becoming the villain subverted those expectations in a big way. Handling overpowered characters and making them relatable is not so easy. And what happened in Eternals was one way to do it. Also, it worked well from a narrative standpoint, and let me tell you why. Many comic fans would have found this twist to be equal to the whole Mandarin and the Trevor situation in Iron Man 3. Marvel has fixed that in Shang-Chi, and they would also fix the Ikaris situation in the future. But him becoming the bad guy actually doesn't deceive even the hardcore comic fans. Let me tell you why Ikaris betrayed his family and why he was right, at least from his perspective. When he arrived on Earth, two things happened. First, he fell in love with Sersi the moment he saw her. Secondly, he began to follow the Prime Eternal Ajak in order to fulfill the purpose that Arishem laid down for him. Both Ajak and Ikaris were true believers of Arishem's design, and Ajak always taught Ikaris that fulfilling that purpose was the main priority. Since he was number 2 in the family, she even told Ikaris the truth about the emergence.
The sudden return of the population provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin.
How long do we have?
7 days.
Ajak did love Ikaris and all other Eternals, but she also maintained a dominating authority over them. There was an instance where she told Ikaris to remember his place when he merely gave her a suggestion. Clearly, she did not handle the Eternals well. And she definitely didn't handle the case of Ikaris well enough. He loved Sersi and found out about his true purpose after spending almost 5,000 years with her.
How long were you together?
5,000 years.
I guess you can call that long term.
He knew that she truly cherished the people of Earth. So to spare her the pain and not be distracted, he left. I loved Eternals because it had many deeper themes. And the biggest of all themes in Eternals was duty versus love. This theme actually parallels with another project that Richard Madden starred in. As you all may be aware, he was Robb Stark in Game of Thrones. In that show, we learned that love is the death of duty, and duty is the death of love. There, his character chose love, and here, he chose duty over love because that's what he was taught. He was ready to follow Ajak and Arishem's design no matter the cost. After leaving Sersi, he roamed Earth for centuries, while hiding the big secret from his family. That sort of loneliness would certainly turn a good man cruel. And after being lonely for hundreds of years, when he met Ajak, she changed her mind. After making him believe in Arishem for so long, she suddenly asked him to stop the emergence. That would have certainly angered anyone. He wanted to spare the pain of the truth to his loved ones, which is why he stayed away. And suddenly, after several years, Ajak just told him that all that was for nothing, because now they had to stop the emergence. So obviously he was going to lash out. He killed Ajak and betrayed his family because of his strong beliefs. He existed to serve Arishem, and that's what he did. He was driven by his purpose, and that's where the conflict of this film aroused from. Everyone was following what they believed was their own purpose. And even when Ikaris killed Ajak and betrayed others, we saw the regret in his eyes. Good villains are the ones with whom you can relate to. People loved Killmonger and Thanos because they related to them. Here, Richard Madden's portrayal of Ikaris was amazing. And that's why I was able to relate to his character, understanding his pain and anger, just like I did with Thanos and Killmonger. Another reason why I like the choice of Ikaris being the villain was because of the evil Superman trope.
Dad, that's Superman with the cape and you're shooting laser beams out of your eyes.
I don't wear a cape.
Hollywood currently has the hots for having an evil Superman in their projects. Zack Snyder was the one who began this trend, and would have fleshed out the arc very well in Justice League 2 and 3. But he never got to complete his story, because WB felt cold feet and backed out. Well, guess what? Everyone else is doing it now. Amazon Prime has done it successfully 2 whole times. They began with Homelander and The Boys, and everyone loves that gory big budget series. And earlier this year, they also brought us Omni-Man from Invincible, who was just the worst. Now, Marvel has followed suit. It is safe to say that Chloe Zhao took a lot of inspiration from Snyder's work on Superman. She followed the evil Superman trend and did what Snyder never got to do. And I can say that she has managed to pull it off successfully. What's amazing is that even if you think Zhao committed a heinous crime by changing Ikaris so much, she placed it fixed right in the end. For most of the movie, Ikaris chose his duty, his purpose over love. But at the end, he proved that love is the end of duty. No matter how strong his belief in Arishem was, it still couldn't win over his love for Cersei. He went to kill her, but he remembered the time he had spent with her. He could not go through with it. I mean, how could he have killed someone he loved for almost 7,000 years? This movie told us that if you love something, you protect it. And that's what he did after seeing Cersei. This was the moment where he realized that he was wrong, as all his guilt came rushing in. So, he helped with the Unimind and stopped the emergence. He was truly sorry, and Cersei knew that. And he wasn't able to live with what he had done. So, he flew away. This version of Ikaris didn't just fly too close to the sun. He flew right into it in hopes of dying. His final shot was an implication that he would have died, but his fate was actually left open-ended. Ikaris is too strong, and maybe even the sun would not kill him. So, Eternals 2 or some other future movie could actually bring him back as an anti-hero. After having realized his mistake, he was truly reborn. And now, he could return to become the savior that you initially thought he would be. Eternals showed us the fall of Ikaris. Now Eternals 2 or 3 could show us the rise of Ikaris. He could get his redemption arc. Would you like to see his return in future films, or should he remain dead? Did you like how Marvel portrayed his character? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!